Ciao a tutti e benvenuti all'Autodromo Internazionale di Monza per il Gran Premio d'Italia della Divisione 2 di MRC. Come avrete capito, io sono Antonio con accento spagnolo e vi guiderò in questa gara. Questo è il Tempio della Velocità e stasera sono affiancato da di un pilota olandese velocissimo. Benvenuto Johannes.
Welcome, man. Holy, what I have to say, man, about that. You're Italian now.
Nah, I'm faking it, right? I'm faking it.
Man, that's some brilliant Italian. Wow, well done.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm really good, man. Excited for this one.
Yeah, well, Monza is always a special one. You never know quite what's going to be happening because of the nature of the circuit. It's such a quick one. And yeah, hello Martin, he's in the YouTube chat, saying hi to us and also giving us a bit of inside information. Apparently it's going to stay dry during the race, so dry quali, dry race. Whoa, no, I don't want any sound from that. Don't want to hear myself just yet. What is okay, so we'll just share this to Discord and we can start showing everybody what's going on. We've got Colin, who will be the first one to set a lap time. We can probably go on board with him as he is overtaken by the Kicksauber of Bergen, so yeah, he will be the one we will follow around the track.
I'm still flabbergasted by your Italian language.
What you can do with a bit of effort. Anyway, going into turn one here. Whoa, okay, he will not be setting it up just this time around, so I will do it with somebody else.
Bergen lost it in turn one.
Yeah, I don't know if he lost it, but yeah, he definitely gave up on his lap, which I wasn't really expecting.
No, indeed.
But Doris, his teammate, is... oh yeah, excuse me, there's not much audio from my side. Yeah, I had to change the balance. This should be better. Thanks for pointing it out, Martin. Okay, so Doris, coming up to the end of the second sector here. He finished with a P2, I believe, last week as well, so he's got his season up and running. He'll be expecting to have a really good banker lap.
He did, yeah. Behind Sociopath.
Yep.
And our championship leader is not here, unfortunate, so...
He isn't, no, he isn't. Colin has set a better lap time. 20.6, I'm sure that, yeah, I was going to say, we will be going into the 1 minute 19s. And what can Doris do about this? He goes P3 on 121.2, so plenty more time for him to find there. Nick BT, he will be coming up to the Parabolica, which has changed name. I can't remember what name it is. Can you remember?
Which
Parabolica, the final corner.
Let me check.
Okay.
No, I don't know it neither. I see there's two guys on the mediums, Colin.
Really?
Alex.
Oh, Colin was on mediums. Okay, yeah. That will explain a lot.
So they have time. He's only 7/10 behind the number one, Freddy Olsen, who had a really good race last week in
Alboreto, grazie mille, Damiano.
Ugoni.
Exactly, he's stalking us. Yeah, it is. We've got Woomax coming up through Alboreto. Going to set a lap, he's flashing already, but he does go P3 of 120.3, so I think that was with soft tyres as well. I think Crosstier T was on a lap as well. Yeah, he's invalidated though, so Sociopath, another driver at home tonight, so yeah, going through Variante del Retifillo. It's a very flat out section here, even though it's a corner, Curva Grande. Coming up then to the Variante de la Roggia. And yeah, you can take a bit of curb here on the inside. You want to stay on the curb on the exit as well. Have as much speed as possible through both Lesmos. So a slight lift through the first one, and you brake a little bit more for the second one as, whoa, had a bit of a moment there, Sociopath. He's got a bit of a toe as well. I don't know if it's his teammate. It is his teammate, right?
It is, yeah.
Great. I love to see that. Now, Variante Ascari. Same, you can take quite a bit of curb here, but you need to be sure that you actually can run it. So yeah, final few moments of this lap, coming up to Alboreto, or the Curva Parabolica, and it's flat out till the end of the lap, which puts him P7. I'm sure he'll be expecting, again, a bit more from himself. I can't remember where he is in the standings, but he's one of the front runners in Tier 2. So yeah, expect more from Sociopath. This is a banker lap. Who else do we have on a lap?
At the moment he's in the third position, Sociopath.
Oh, okay, third position, alright.
Only 18 points behind.
18, yeah, okay, 18 in 3 races, okay, thanks. On my red, I missed that. He got into P2, or was he already in P2?
Yeah,
he's through to on the RS. Okay, I must have missed it then. But he's going to set another lap time here, and it's looking really quick though. Ooh, yeah, it didn't actually improve, but yeah. I promise everybody in the chat we will be getting back to your messages afterwards. It's just that it's not easy to follow all of the cars. I'm still not doing really well with this. So Dondej is on a lap as well as Nick BT. So Dondej is improving by nearly 300ths of a second. He's actually dead level with Monster right now, so that would give him an extra position. What is Red Car Rambo? Our host tonight, exceptionally. 53.9 through the middle sector. Let's see where this brings him. We've got Rassam. I missed Sam. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Yeah, P4. Yeah. Going from strength to strength with his debuts in MRC. Doris is starting a lap as well, so we will have to follow him. Single Track has started a lap. We've got Red Car Rambo coming up to the start-finish line here as he sets a 1 minute 21 point, nearly 1. So yeah, again, it's a banker. It was with soft tyres, so he will still be expecting more than that. I expect him to do a 20.1 or something tonight. What about Doris? Doris then, he's gone through the first sector. He's nearly a 10th down on his own lap. Yeah, not much to say. Let's go on board with him for a moment here through the Lesmos. He takes quite a bit of, oh yeah, he's taken plenty of curb there. Nearly invalidated, but crucially he spun around, so he won't be improving on this lap.
He's good in aware from others.
After yeah.
losing the car, so well done, man.
Yeah,
it's he's second in the championship for now. Only 11 points behind.
Martin has gone P8. Colin, wow. Okay, this is looking like a serious lap from Colin. As a reminder, he was on medium tyres earlier on, and he's put some soft tyres this time around, so he's 5 tenths up in the middle sector. This would currently put him P2, but I'm sure he can find some time in the final corner. But okay, he ran wide, but it's not invalidated, and he's going to the pits, so he doesn't set a lap time just yet. We've got a Haas and then another Kick Sauber in the final corner. Bergen was improving by 16 seconds, but that is because he didn't set a proper lap time. That puts him P10, level with Sociopath. So that's the theme of the day. We're getting level times in P9 and P10 and P16 and P17. That's a bit unusual, but okay. Bit will be coming up. Yep.
He was going into the pit lane. He was on a lap, but he decided to go to the pit.
I'm wondering if he's got, how's it called? Maybe a qualifying ban. Maybe that would be it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but it's a possibility. Womax, he's improving by nearly 2/10 here, so that would bring him up to P2. How? Oh no, yeah, he's invalidated. Sorry, I didn't notice that. Is there anybody you want to follow?
See, Alex is, I think, almost like finishing his lap.
Okay, yeah.
And
That puts him P2. Wow.
Well done by him.
Okay, 20.1. But
Really
still,
close to the
Freddie's.
top.
Yeah. Freddie's still got 1.5 tenths over everybody else. And I believe he's got a new setup as well at home. So looks like he's adapted really well to this new setup. Monster P4, I didn't notice that. He'll be very happy with that. He's been working hard on trying to find some extra performance recently. So, yeah, good performance right now. Laupy's found a tenth of a second. Actually, how do you pronounce his name? Is it Laupy?
Yeah, Laupy.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
My Dutch.
Yeah, I don't speak. I don't speak it, so I just wanted to say things correctly.
Yeah, exactly. Laupy.
Okay, so P9 coming into the final sector here. He's a tenth and a half up, so that would still put him pretty much level with his compatriot Aero Voice. He's got a bit of a toe as well from the Aston Martin ahead of him, so it won't be a very strong toe, but it still will be more than welcome. Going through Alboreto, what a lap from Sociopath, 1,000th of a second ahead of Free Olsen. Everybody, you're allowed to do much bigger gaps than that, not 0 and whatever. Okay, Laupy doesn't improve enough to gain positions, that puts him up to P10. How about Nick BT? He's coming up in the middle sector. We've got a Red Bull, that would be Sam, so we'll be going to him afterwards. I don't know if he's on a lap, I don't think he is. But Nick BT, nearly a 3/10 improvement, that would bring him up to about P10 or 8. Colin has started his lap as well, so someone else to keep our mind on.
Yeah, I'm following Doris now. He's in the kick Sauber. He's at the moment P17.
Okay. Yep. P8 for Nick Beattie. He's a quick qualifier as well, so he's still got enough time. 5 minutes left in the session to go back to the pits and set a new lap.
There's only 1 second between number 1 and number 15, I believe. Or maybe
it is.
P16.
Yeah, just about P16. Yeah, P15 clearly. Doris then coming up to the end of his lap. Let's have a look on board how he deals with Alboreto. Yeah, he squeezes the line here. It's disappointing for him. P15.
Yeah.
You'd expect much more from him. So
He's
I don't know
struggling.
what's. Yeah,
Was
yeah,
not
he's
the
struggling.
best corner, the last one, but still, we expect more from him. But we have like how many? 4 minutes. He can do one more. I think.
Yeah, definitely. Bit up to P17. He's not the strongest qualifier out there, but he'll make his way up during the race. Okay. Ryan is the next one to set a lap. He's nearly 4 tenths up on his own time, so that would bring him up to around P13 at the moment. Oh, he decides to pit. Okay. What about Womax? He's 2.5 tenths up. He's fighting for P5, P4, P3 at the moment, but the gaps at the top are really close, so he could still improve enough to get up to P1. It's within his grasp. He's still got a bit of ERS left for the end of the lap as well, so that will help him gain maybe a tenth or something. As he goes next to the line and, yeah, goes P3, 17 thousandths ahead of Colin. We've got a McLaren setting a time, I believe that's Alex Egerich. So, yeah, he's started at time. What were you going to say?
I don't think Christy has like a quali ban. I think he
okay.
disqualifies his lap every time. So
Oh, right.
he's struggling a lot for now. He's doing like just one lap to reduce
warm-up
his
lap.
to
Okay.
get his ERS back after he disqualified his lap. But hopefully he will set a time.
Yep. What about Alex? I missed what he did in the first sector. It looks like it's still, he's not using his ERS, he's only warming up the tyres. Who does he have behind him? It's Red Bull, it might be Sam, on and out lap as well. How about Laupi, on and out lap? Come on everybody.
I'm following Airways for now.
Okay.
There's a lot of drivers doing an outlap still.
Yeah, it's just about the time to be on an out lap. A minute and a half away from the end of the session.
Airways is doing pretty good.
Okay.
Like,
oh yes, that's good.
1.5 tenths up. Let's see what he can do the second sector.
Yeah, this is where you've got the real time. You've got the chicane. You've got both Lesmos. There's plenty of time to gain in this middle sector. Still at 1.5.
Up.
Yeah. That would bring him up nearly to P5
or something.
to P5, nearly there. So P6 for now.
Roxham is also
On the lap,
1.5 tenths up.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's a little bit into the sand. Let's see, Airways.
P3 for Airways. Just about 400ths away from from the top times,
Beautiful.
What about
Nick is
Rassam?
4 tenths up.
Oh wow. Okay, that's some serious
That's like
pole
a pole
time
lap
here.
if he can.
Yeah. That's mad. 4 tenths in the first sector.
Now he's like 2.5 tenths. Purple on sector 1.
Okay.
So
That's a really decent improvement. Wow. That's nearly a 3/10 gap there. Alex improves as well, goes into the 1 minute 19s, but not enough. Oh my god, and that's another 1,000th of a second gap between them, as Rassam has retired. I don't know if he's gone to the pits, but
there's a few cars behind each other. The Aston Martins, Nick and Manson,
Yeah,
and then Freddie
okay.
Olsen will follow as well. So they will come
Alright.
up.
Yep, I'm keeping an eye on both Aston Martins right now. No, it's not bias. So let's see
Also,
what Nick can do.
Alpine.
Yep, Alpine, okay.
Unfortunate.
P7 for Nick. What does Monster do? End of the session, he
Freddie
gets up
Olsen.
to P10.
Ooh, I think this is a pole lap. Yes.
Pretty, wow, yeah, I couldn't find him.
Close.
I couldn't find him. Gutted. Well done.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Good lap. We've got single track improving by half a second as well. He could jump up to P8 about. Where does this bring him?
And behind him
It's
is
a P4.
Doris.
Doris,
I
yep.
think this is a pretty good lap from him as well.
Yeah, that's looking good. P13 for now, yeah.
It's so close.
Yeah, it's all really close.
Look at
Do we have
times.
Sociopath on the last ditch attempt? Nah, he's not on a lap. We've got Panizza, the other Italian one, but no,
He's going
he
into
is
the
not.
pit lane.
And Alex finished his lap earlier on, so don't believe he will be starting a lap.
Wow.
A pretty
This is
decent qualifying session this. Wow. Well done, everybody. I mean, those gaps are really close, and you didn't need to make it that close. You didn't need to make 1,000th of a second gap, no thousandths of a second gaps. Honestly, well done. Friddy, that's an amazing time of 19.6. Sociopath, very close to getting a pole position on his home race. Bergen as well. He's been struggling recently with his car, so getting a 19.9 will be very satisfying for him. And he'll be wanting to improve on his result from last race, even though he got the podium. Then we've got single track Airways, Alex Egerich, Womax, Colin, and my memory isn't that good that I can remember the rest of the grid without the screen showing it. So we will be giving you the rest of the grid afterwards. So we were saying that Airways Alex in P6, Woomax, Colin, Nick BT, Aero Voice, Armar Red is in P11, Monster, Doris out of position right now, so P13, Lao P, Rassam, Red Car Rambo, Dondej, Penitza, Krusty at Sea, and Bit at the very end of the grid for this race start. So yeah, a few drivers will be making their positions up. Bit always seems to make point finishes, so he will be one to keep an eye on. What do you think, Bobo? What has anybody caught your attention, or maybe?
If you look to the championship, like Doris is like second.
Yeah.
Vixen is not here today, so Doris is the leader of the championship who was driving today.
Mm-hmm.
But he is like in 13th position, I believe. Sociopath is like in third position of the standings, and
Yeah.
I think he was second.
Yep, that's it.
And
Yeah.
Freddie Olsen is fifth at the moment, and he was in the pole position.
Mhm.
I think he's the man in good form at the moment. He was really
looks like
unlucky
it, yeah.
last week. The last lap,
Oh yeah, yeah.
he collided. I'm not sure with.
It was with Bergen. Bergen slid, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, and both suffered from it, especially Freddie. They were fighting for the win, as you were saying, and yeah, disappointing result for both of them. Yeah, definitely Doris is one to keep an eye on. He will be making positions, and it's an opportunity for Sociopath to get right back into this championship mix. He's 17.5 points away from Vixen, so this is the time to close that gap and close the gap on Doris as well. Right, we will have a 5-minute break. I can't remember. Yeah, okay. I've got to tell everybody when we're going to be starting because, no, Martin took care of it. Okay, so I promised everybody earlier on, okay, we will be looking at your messages after the qualifying because, yeah, I'm still struggling to deal with everything at the same time. No game audio. I'm hoping, okay, it's sounding better, but can it be improved, Martin? Who would change a classic corner name to be named for a mediocre 80s Tigger? Okay. The thing is, I don't know who Alboreto really was. I saw his name elsewhere than just for the corner name, so I'm guessing he was maybe a good, in some respect, maybe a local hero.
Yeah,
Actually, I always prefer Parabolica. Thanks, mate. What would the Polish people think about the Italian curvas? I don't know what they would be thinking of it. Maybe they like the lines, maybe they like the curbs, yeah, the curves of the track. Maybe they would enjoy it, I don't know. Phenomenal commentator. I don't know how you pronounce that in Dutch, but unless it's actually English, phenomenal commentator. Yeah, that works as well. All good audio. Okay, thank you very much, Martin, for the feedback. Alboreto was a very nothing. Mind you, there was another very nothing Ferrari driver a few years ago. Wait, what was his name? What was his name?
You have the knowledge.
Yeah, I've forgotten his name. I've got a blank here. Because Fisichella took the seat, but there was another one before him. It was Luca Badoer.
Wow.
Luca Badoer. And he was like nowhere, but to be fair, once Fisichella got into that car, he was pretty much nowhere as well. Bit disappointing because it was his dream, and yeah, didn't really work. Raikkonen. What? Martin! This is blasphemous. Oh, mate. No, come on, Raikkonen. Oh.
What do you think about the tire strategy this race?
Tires. Oh.
You're the tire strategy man.
thing
You
is,
always chase tires in the last few seconds, man, to fake everybody, man. So tell me.
Thing is, I've not had much practice, so from what I tried, the softs, the same as on many other tracks, they just don't feel good. So I say avoid it at all cost, and
indeed.
medium hard or hard medium. Maybe a medium hard usually works. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I practiced a little bit with the soft, but it's so fast, like 10% already after the
Yeah,
quali. If you do like 3 laps on the quali, it's already 10%. So
yeah,
I
you can
think
bin that
medium
set.
hard,
Yeah.
hard medium, it will be the best thing to do here.
Yeah, sounds like it. Damiano's saying that Badoer is the best ever in Formula One. So he might have been, but he just didn't get the actual opportunity. He had like currently the second Red Bull is shit, and he had the second Ferrari. So I get your point. And he might have been a misunderstood genius in his time in Formula One and between times. I think he drove in 2001 or something as well. 2003, I can't remember, but early 2000s just never really worked out for him. I don't know if he did well in other categories. Anyway, I don't know how much longer we've got. Okay, we've got about another minute. I would suggest, a bit of trivia, maybe. Everybody in the chat. You have just about 30 seconds to give me 1 or 2 drivers who've won the most races around this track. And bonus if you can give me the constructor with the most race wins.
Is there any reactions yet?
No, not yet about the question, but I love what Martin said. Yeah, it's true. He was a test driver, so yeah, you couldn't expect any Colapinto stuff from him. Mind you, you couldn't really expect Colapinto stuff from Colapinto. Right, doesn't seem like people know who has got most wins, so it's both GOATs, Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton. Both with 5 wins around this track, and Ferrari got 20 wins, which is not surprising, you know. You'd think 2 wins in 7 over the history of Formula One sounds about right for Ferrari at home. So yeah, historic race with the GOATs doing best around this track. You were talking about tyre strategies earlier on. This is the time where we can find this out. Okay, we have got a struggling ant right now trying to find out where we find the tyres. So, okay, we've got 90% of the grid going for the medium tyres, and the other 10% being Doris and Dondej down the order in P13 and P17, going for the hard tyres, going for the longer first stint, hoping for a later safety car as well. Nobody hoping for an early safety car. You would be going for the soft tyres if that were the case. So we do have a very, very, how would I say, boring grid, strategic-wise. I don't know when they would be pitting, maybe around lap 9 or 10 for the medium tyres. And maybe lap 15 or 16 for the hard tyres. This is just me without practice, trying to find things out and guesstimating the tyre strategies. But they will know much more than I actually do. Bobo will as well, so he might be able to read into these things a bit better than I will. This is a bit of a standard formation lap. Yeah. Not too fast, not too slow. A lot of weaving, trying to get the tyre temperatures in. Can I see? Prix is about the 70-degree mark, about 75 degrees for Sociopath. So he's taking in the crowd's enthusiasm and getting the heat into the tyres. Can I see anything from Martin? About 75 degrees as well. So looks like Freddie is struggling around the 70-degree mark. Just about, and everybody else looking for 75 degrees. We've got a decent-ish camera for the grid, but I will be going on board at some point, as we do have another few drivers coming to the end. Bit will be the final driver to set himself up on the grid, and he is just about going. Oh, that looks like some very good parking there. So, okay. waiting for the confirmation. And we go.
That was a long red light.
Yeah, I think it's always that way when we're watching. Okay, I hate the look of this. Whoa, a bit of a move there from Sociopath, and whoa, he loses his rear tyre, and yeah, okay, there's a bit of contact everywhere into the first corner, into the second corner as well. People struggling with damage. We will be looking right at the front of the grid. We've got Freddy running away. Bergen about a second and a half away. Yeah, this is the opportunity for Freddy to move away and break that DRS range. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the position changes. We've got Airways down 10 positions. It's a horrific race start for him. Sociopath, does he have any damage? He's looking at
Red Bull driver lost his front wing.
Oh right, which one?
Laupi,
okay.
He had a battle with the red car, like it's Martin, right? Yeah. Martin.
Yeah. No, red car is Run.
Oh.
Yeah, the Haas. Okay. Sociopath is struggling a little bit on a few corner exits there. On the exit of Ascari, he nearly lost the rear, but he's staying on the back of Bergen, and can he go for the position here at the first corner of the second lap? He's closing in. Don't know if he's using any ERS, but he's going to the inside, and it looks like he's getting the job done. Bergen locks his tyre a little bit. And whoa, some more close fighting there between single track Womax.
Monster at the 8th position as well. He
oh right, okay, yeah.
himself in the first corner.
Okay, there's a big gap between him and single track. We've basically got the grid split into two here. Has Sociopath managed to stay within the DRS of Freddy Olsen? It looks like he has, and yes, he has opened his rear wing, so he will be closing the gap. But Bergen has not. He's been losing out to Sociopath, so he needs a very good Ascari here to try and close that gap. Can he? Yeah, it looks like he got a really good line there. Everybody going through Ascari really cleanly. That is a very satisfying chicane to go through. When you get it right, of course. Otherwise, yeah, it's a bit sad. Sociopath is looking really aggressive here. I don't know how much ERS he's been using, but he's been clearly flashing along at the end of that straight. Fastest lap right now for Sociopath on the 22.2. But he doesn't look like... Yep.
40% left.
Okay, we're not supposed to say.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, no worries. I'm not displaying it. I could if I wanted to, but we don't.
Yeah, and so some people are watching, of course.
Yes, exactly.
Well.
So we're trying not to give some information about the ERS. But anyway, Bergen is fighting like hell to get back into that 1 second gap. He does get into the 1 second gap, so he will be able to pull away from Nick Beattie without too much effort. Well, should be. Let's have a look at other information.
Lost his front wing.
Oh no. Oh, that's horrible, because he's down in P13. He will be right down the order. No front wing around Lesmo is no fun. Oh no, Beers suffered from it as well. Yeah, it's always hard to pre-shoot these things. He will probably let people go through.
At least not the Red Bull for now. Russell is behind him, but there he goes.
Right, time for round 3 for the lead. Round 2, sorry. Sociopath closing in, not much. So again, either it's very low wings for Freddy, or it's just Sociopath thinking, okay, I don't need to get the move done right now. It's lap 4, I can wait till later in the race, or just get the gap done with the undercut. So people starting to think about their strategies as well. We've got the front three, all within DRS range of each other. Nick Beattie is in a bit of no man's land right now. He's about nearly 2 seconds behind Bergen and nearly 2 seconds ahead of Womax. So not much toe for him, but crucially that could help him a little bit with tyre wear as well. Less dirty air and being able to have more grip through the Lesmo corners. Am I missing anything at the back of the grid here? We've got Monster just behind Doris, so Doris is going to be very vulnerable here because he doesn't have any DRS. He's got both Monster and Airways trying to make their way back up the order.
And Nick already gained 5 positions. Not the most of the grid. Chris already gained 6 positions. And
well, Monster got a bit of a spin around Alboreto there. So he will be out of this fight, but Airways can go for the move on Doris. He's a bit far right now, so I don't expect him to go for the move at the end of this straight, and he's actually trying to save some energy at the end of it. So Monster overtakes, I don't know what happened there. Nitsa going on for a move on Bit still staying out, even though he's got some front wing damage. He's got an end plate missing, and it is Arma Red really struggling. What's happened to him?
Yeah,
I'm wondering.
He had a battle with. No, I don't think so. I think he had a battle with Donde. Maybe because he lost the front wing, Donde. They had a small battle. Maybe he lost it as well. I don't know.
Doris really struggling this week around the Monza. Had a bit of a moment there on the exit of Lesmo 2. Under pressure from Airways as well. Does he go for the move? He does not. He knows that it's not really an overtaken opportunity, so he wasn't far enough alongside. He will.
He's on the harder tire
though. Doris, yes, he is indeed. Yeah. That explains a lot. Of course, you're right. What about this train? We've got single track and Colin putting pressure on Womax, and Womax will probably yield his position here for the two guys. He doesn't have anything to defend with. Martin goes to the inside and makes the move very cleanly. Slight lock up, but he will be absolutely fine. At the front, we've still got a 2/10 gap between Sociopath and Friddy, and they've broken away from Bergen, who has been caught by Nick BT. So he must have had a very, very significant moment there somewhere along the track.
He's taking the lead.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, I can't believe I missed that.
Beautiful overtake Freddy Olsen. Just before the chicane.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to move there, so we didn't see it.
Really
Sorry, guys, but
behind Freddy Olsen.
Yeah, let's just admit that was a really good move there, because that's what Bobo is saying, and that's what I expect it to be as well. Going for the first time around this track, home track, in the lead. He won't be having DRS this time around, so he's been trying to pull away, but half a second away, there's nothing you can do around this track, can you?
No, indeed. The Red Bulls are struggling. Let's see, where's the other Red Bull?
We've got Laupi at the back, and he's staying on the edge of the points, but he's still 2 seconds away from Monster, so we've got Freddy going back for the lead, and Nick BT is staying behind Bergen, so no change of position, but Womax does get single track here. The single track doesn't defend his position. I think he did have DRS, could be wrong, but Womax taking P6 back away from single track. Don't think we've got any moves going on at the back. Lap 7. Is it too early for someone there to go for a very early undercut?
And the prediction on the game, it was like 13 laps, but that's
okay.
The half of the race.
Yeah.
So I think it's indeed like around 10.
Okay.
10. So I think a few more laps. We see the first pit stops, but I see like single track. He's missing his end plate.
Mm-hmm.
At least,
right.
The left one. So I think that's why he's a little bit struggling.
Yeah, definitely. He's got out of the DRS range from Womax.
But it's the left. I don't know what's the name of it.
Yes, it is an end plate.
Yeah, it's an end plate.
Yeah, it's an end plate. Yeah. So single track in a bit of trouble. He will be hoping a safety car comes out just about his pit stop window, so he doesn't lose that much time, but that will be costing him time. Sociopath. Oh yes, he has. Yes, sorry everybody. Yeah, quick lock up and
a little bit.
Freddy could get him back again. He could get back to him, but no. Poor exit for Freddy, so he'll be waiting around the lap. Nick Beattie got ahead of Bergen, so finally Nick gets to the podium positions, and he will be trying to pull away from Bergen again. And it looks like they've kind of caught up to the front two here, so maybe they can work together. As Bergen had a bit of a mistake there and dropped out of DRS range from Nick, so he's got to be careful here because he can be under pressure from Womax. Womax is really quick, and if he works in tandem with Colin, Bergen could be in serious trouble here.
Womax was one of the guys I expected him to be fighting for the championship. I'm trying to see his position, but I think he is...
I think Womax isn't... yeah, he's a reserve now. He doesn't have that much time to practice and race anymore. So for this season, yeah, maybe next season, yeah. But he's definitely one of those guys who's got plenty of pace. It's about consistency. He's 3 seconds behind Bergen, though, so Bergen giving it bifters. Sociopath overtaken by Freddy. This is going to be a titanic battle at the end of the race, and even strategy, I don't think strategy can change this. They're both going to be at it for the rest of the race here.
Could be interesting that if Nick is going for the undercut, he's like 3 seconds behind. It's really difficult to gain some time when they are having DRS. So maybe he's going for the undercut in a few laps.
Could be. But yeah, as you said, 3 seconds is a lot, especially since it's a very short track as well. So, yeah, I think he's just got to get the pace done right now. Try and work with Bergen, work his way up. Otherwise, I can't really see that happening, to be honest. Yeah, Sociopath took a lot more curb there on the inside of Ascari. Ryan gets the first 3 second penalties, so no Chris Bailey-esque host advantage being given to Ryan. So what do we have? Can Sociopath switch again for the lead? It is what he's going for here. So P1 again for the Italian stallion. I've had enough of Italians in Ferraris, honestly, in this league.
Yeah, exactly. Battle for 10th position. Could be like 3 wide.
Oh, this is looking really good, but yeah, Monster decides to let people by, and it's really close between Rassam and... Whoa, Ryan, I don't know exactly what happened there. I got there pretty late.
There was no touchy.
Yeah, it was a weird one. Ryan running
they're locked up.
I don't think there's any damage, so hopefully they can carry on running. So that's good. Womax has been overtaken by Colin, and Bergen's gotten back. Is still sticking with Nick. So it's very 2x2 this race for the moment.
Carl is really close on the back of Rastan.
That's surprising because he's got an end plate missing. I think Sam does as well. No, he doesn't. He's got a full set of wing. So
no
lap 10. Yeah, that's a good thing for strategies. Maybe some people are still hoping it will be coming out later on. Thinking of Doris, for example. If it comes out right now, it will hurt him a bit. He can go to the end on mediums, I think, from here. But it will be a bigger ask than for...
first pit stop, Colin.
Oh, do we? Okay, we've got Colin. Okay, he was fighting for P5 with Womax. So he does go for the...
changing his front wing as well.
Yeah, okay. Got Armad going for a move on another Italian here, Panizza. So cleanly goes through into P13, looking ahead to Ryan. So Colin has got a fresh front wing and fresh tyres. Will be going to the end of the race here. Yeah, Rassam and Bit here trying to use Monster, who doesn't have any damage, to try and get back up the order, but he's already 5 seconds behind Airways, so it's going to be hard to get any closer. Womack has lost a lot of time to Bergen as well.
Yeah, Sociopath is trying to
pull away.
To pull away.
Oh, we've got a pit stop here. We've got Nick going to the pits, so another medium tyre runner. He shouldn't be under pressure from Colin on the exit here. He's going through Ascari right now, so he should be fine. We've got Doris into P5. Okay, so 2 of those positions are through. Actually, more. 3 of those positions are through pit stops, but he'll be going very long. Expect him to be in the lead of the race in about 2 or 3 laps. Carrying on with Airways just behind him. Airways might be extending a little bit as well, using the DRS from Doris and using his pace. Yeah, but now is it time for these 2 guys up front, Freddy and Sociopath, to pit. Oh, I know. Error Voice has retired in the pits, so that will not have any incident on the race. I got a bit of a scare there. So everything's fine, everybody. You're not going to hear me rant about the safety car again. I can't see any fight really happening right now.
No, only Airways is a little bit behind Doris, but that's the only thing. He's doing really good to keep up with the medium tires behind the harder tires. But.
Yeah. So we've got Womack pitting as well, trying to protect himself from Colin, but I expect Colin to come out ahead of him. Colin is on the penultimate straight right now, coming up to Alboreto.
Going into the pit.
Who, sorry?
Womack's.
Yeah. That's who we're watching. Yep. I think it's going to be very close on the exit here. Womack's exiting the pit straight, the pit lane. Can Womack get? No, Colin doesn't get any closer to Womack. So Womack's got the overcut really good here. So I don't know if there was a mistake from Colin or maybe some fighting with Martin. These 2 are very often together on track. A lot of fighting between them, so that probably is what cost Colin time to Womack here. Out in front once more, we've got Freddy, 7.5 tenths away from Sociopath, surely on lap 13. These 2 guys will be pitting. If they pit, maybe not, because they might be into that small group of Ryan Panizza and Nick BT, so maybe they're staying out for another lap. We've got Sociopath pitting. Okay, so he's going to go for his for a 14-lap stint on hard tyres, whereas Freddy will be going for a 13-lap stint. I guess.
I got a feeling Freddy Olsen will go for the soft. I got a feeling it will be risky.
Softs. Oh,
is he going longer on the mediums than the hards? It can be, of course, if you're really
Why not? Why not, to be honest? Because, as we mentioned earlier on, Womack's got a big overcut on Colin, and Panizza's got a 10-second penalty for a collision with Ryan here. So that must have been on the pit entry. So Womack's got an overcut on Colin, and maybe an overcut from medium to soft could work. Maybe. Doris still pulling Airways along with him, 4 tenths away. Is he closing the gap to Freddy? I think he's slowly closing the gap by about a tenth a corner. Just about. So his hard tyres are still working. Freddy Olsen's got a 3-second penalty though.
That's gonna hurt him though.
Very much, especially if he's going for that longer stint at the end of this. Does he go to the pits though? Does this invalidate the Bobo theory? It invalidates it. He goes to the pits.
Going for one more lap longer, I think he will go for the soft. If he wants to go for the hard, he's going now.
Oh yeah, definitely. We've got Bergen as well on the 3-second penalty. This will hurt the Kick Sauber driver. Trying to get back to Nick BT, and he will have to gap him as well. So it's not easy.
Oh no, I'm watching social my bad.
Yeah.
He's just behind Sociopath, just behind him.
Okay, so the undercut worked there for Sociopath. He's just over a second away, so he's got warmer tyres as well. He should be able to get a really good exit here out of the first chicane. He's got a 1.3 second gap. Freddy will be using all of his DRS to try and close that gap down to get back into DRS. Otherwise, this will be the end of his race for the race win. Sociopath, then let's have a look at how quickly he closes the gap to Doris. This will give us an idea of how much Doris is losing right now. He's gaining about a tenth a corner here, gaining 8.3 seconds on the exit, 8.1. So yeah, Doris has lost a lot of grip with a 14 lap hold hard tyres. He'll be hanging out. I think he'll be staying out till maybe lap 20 or something and go for the soft tyres, I guess, hoping for a safety car to save him. But yeah, Sociopath has taken about a second out of Doris in that middle sector, so clearly there's a big delta between the two tyres right now. Is there anything I'm missing? We've got a group of 3 drivers here, Colin, and the 2 Williams of Single Track and Airways fighting along.
Doris is going into the pit.
Interestingly, I don't know if Single Track... okay, Doris is pitting now. Okay, so he's going for the medium tyres now, I guess. But I was going to say Single Track. I don't know if he changed his front wing or if he's got damage again through fighting Colin. That might be what happened, and the stewards might have a look at that. We've got Doris coming out of the pits just behind them on his medium tyres. Yep, I believe, medium tyres for him, so he'll be a rocket ship till the end of the race. He'll be looking to get back up to P5.
Yeah, indeed. I agree. Nick didn't gain so much time with the undercut. He was 4 seconds behind still, but now he's 2.5 behind Freddy. But Freddy is losing time to Sociopath. So Sociopath is going well for now.
He's going really well. I think Nick is in a really good position right now because he does. I don't know how many warnings he's got, but he's got no penalties. The guy behind him has got a penalty. The guy ahead has got a penalty. He doesn't have much to lose here. He can push, try and close the gap to Freddy, and just... Oh, we've got Panizza with a penalty as well, right down the order. The Italian Grand Prix is an Italian sandwich tonight. We've got an Italian leader and an Italian driver at the back of the grid. Ryan with another 3-second penalty. Scoring points will be very hard for him today now. I was saying that Nick can just stay in that 3-second gap without pressure, whereas Freddy will probably make mistakes because of having the pressure of making that 3-second gap and closing up to Sociopath. We've got a yellow flag in the 3rd sector here. It's Ryan going into the pits. I suspect he's going to be changing his front wing and go for a set of medium tyres for the end of the race. So he'll be definitely...
for P7.
Really? Okay, I'll have a look.
Single track.
Oh yes, this is looking juicy.
Airways is behind us as well.
Yeah, it's a 3-car scrap here. Both Williams will hopefully be finding a way to work together and get past Doris. It's easier if you're 2 against 1, but for that you need to be talking with your teammate, which is much easier. It looks like Airways... No, I thought he was closing the gap to Single Track, so nothing happening there. There are so many big gaps here between the front 7 here that this is actually the most meaningful battle we've got on track. We've got Sam closing the gap to Alma Red. They'll be showing the tyres so everybody understands who's got the fresher tyres, who can be quicker. Clearly we've got Doris here in P7 on very, very fresh medium tyres, 2-lap old. He'll be trying to pull away, but yeah, the DRS is so powerful in this track, and especially the toe is powerful. He'll be finding it really hard. Who else do we have in the fight? We've got Monster coming up, to Sam and Armor Red. Sam going for the position on Armor Red. Slight contact, and yep. An end plate has been lost there, and contact again, I believe, between the Aston Martin and the Red Bull. So Monster says, thank you very much. Thanks for fighting. I will take the position and try and create a gap to you guys.
Armad lost his end plate.
Yeah, one of the front runners of Tier 2 as well. A bit of a race to forget for him. He'll be trying to get a better result in a few days in MRC Xtreme. We've got a spin at the back of the track. It's Alex Egerich. Might have been contact with Panizza. Dondej with a 3-second penalty. It's going from bad to worse for those guys at the back. Sociopath though in Dreamland right now. At home, 3.3 second gap with a 3-second penalty for the guy behind. Nick closing in ever so slightly each lap, but now he's within 2 seconds. He'll be getting the benefit of the tow as well. So 1.8 seconds, 2 seconds now the gap. So still looking really good for Nick. But Bergen, another man under pressure here.
Nick is on 2 warnings. I was watching the incident, and he's on 2 warnings. The Sociopath is still on 0, so.
Well, that's some drive from Sociopath to be in the lead and stay on 0 warnings. That's a really good performance from him.
And can we see like 2 Ferraris winning tonight?
Could be, but we've got a retirement in the pits. Sorry, what were you saying?
I said can we see like 2 winning Ferraris tonight?
It could be. You never know. We got two Alpines last night, so never say never.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god, nightmare podium for me. Colin, what can Colin do? He's really lost out to Womax with that overcut from Womax, and just hasn't got the tyres working well enough for him. And he had that fight with single track as well, so things might be in the hands of the stewards for him. We've got Doris, managed to create a gap to Airways. We said he will be looking up to P5. Right about now, 4 laps, he's still got plenty of grip compared to the hard tyres.
He got a penalty.
Yeah.
So
Even
maybe could go for P4.
P4, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Bergen is pretty exposed here. He's 4 seconds away from the closest car, so he's got virtually no tow for him. And Womax currently will be taking P4, and it will be a question of whether the guys behind can close in as well. We've got single track very close to his own teammate, trying to close into Doris, so he must have had a bit of a mistake there in the middle sector, Doris, maybe into the chicane. What else do we have?
Carl is really close behind Laupi on P30.
Yeah,
40.
He is indeed. He could be going for a move now.
Laupi is on 16 lap hard tires. 18,
oh wow, okay.
8 laps, much more. 8 more, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a very long stint for Laupi here, trying to go to the end on very, very worn tyres. Nick staying about 2 seconds away from Friddy. He'll be kicking himself, Friddy. Points lost last week. Potentially points lost this week as well. He'll be ruining those missing points.
There was a car going really slow. Let me see, it's a Monster going really slow, looks like.
Really? That could be it. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Safety car.
I have no idea why we have one.
Oh, that's Armad.
Is it?
I think.
Armad?
Yeah, he lost his front wing as well.
Oh, yeah, okay. Unfortunately for him, though... Oh, another spin for Armad. I was going to say that he will be... He's a lap down, I think, so It's going to be hard for him to unlap himself now. Sociopath is going to the pits, and he's got a 10-second penalty!
Oh no!
The man who's been...
Can he serve the penalty now?
No, he can't. He can't. Well, I guess you can, but it wouldn't be realistic.
Yeah, exactly.
So, the man who hasn't made a single mistake all the race long created a 3-second gap. Well, Airways as well, yeah. And he will be probably holding his own teammate up as well. Martin is far away. Ma with a 10-second penalty. He might be retiring though. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, he has retired from the race. Yep. So we've got a very interesting one here.
Staying on those hearts.
Yeah, he is. Ooh, I think that's a bit of a mistake. He's got a penalty. I think that's a mistake because he's got how many penalties has he got? He's got a 3-second penalty, so it's not the end of the world, but it's still a 3-second penalty, which means that everybody, if he manages to stay ahead of all of his competitors, they're still going to be
Doris
all very close.
Well.
Yeah, Doris is an interesting one. Doris is an interesting one because he can gap possibly the 2 guys behind him, maybe, if they start fighting. But crucially, they've got penalties.
Yeah, indeed.
So Doris is okay. He's got worn tyres here, but it could still work out for him. But someone in an incredibly good position here is Nick.
I think the best position.
Because Nick has got fresh mediums, no penalties. The next guy with no penalties is Boomax, and the only guy with no penalties ahead is Doris on worn tyres. So he's going to be rapid till the end, and possibly could overtake Doris. If Doris gets overtaken by Sociopath and Freddy, he's going to be exposed by to Nick. Cross tier T could be a bottleneck here for the guys behind him in P5. So Woomax could suffer from this. And Sociopath is serving his penalty. I agree with him. I think that's a good idea to serve the penalty. 10 seconds would have taken him out of the points. So he may as well serve it and try and make some positions. Try and benefit from other people's penalties as well. He'll probably go for softs from here. He does go for the soft tyres. So yeah, he's going to be attacking like hell here, P13. So it's not the end of the world in terms of points, but wow, the disappointment in going from winning on home soil with Ferrari to being down in P13 because of a silly penalty. Yeah, he'll be hating this. Freddy will be a little bit relieved it's an extra position for him, but he's got so many people behind him who can take the position through penalties. Who's going to win? Who is going to win, chat? What do you think, Bobo? Hello?
Sorry, my mic muted, I was talking. But I think Nick is the best chance to win here, man. Mm-hmm. He's like on newer tires. He's on 3rd position now because Sociopath was going into the pit. So I think he is like the front runner to win this one. But Doris showed some good pace in the race, not in the quali. So it will be an interesting one. And you've got like Boomax and Colin, fast drivers on the soft. They are interested as well.
They're interested, but they're a long way away. They're a very long way away. P6. There are so many obstacles in their way. So I think Womax could probably got P2, could probably get P2 or something. But I think he's going to struggle. I think it's Nick's to lose from here in P3. Fresh tires, as you said. Anyway, we've got
only 3 laps as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've got another lap to go, so I'll be trying to give you a bit of Monza trivia here. Giuseppe Farina is the only world champion to have ever won the world championship on home soil. So he won his only championship, I think, in 1950. At Monza. So the opening championship was won by an Italian on Italian soil, and it's the only time it's ever happened. The closest finish was basically a Chris Bailey against Xavier finish. Peter Gethin won against Ronnie Peterson by about a tenth of a second, which is absolutely mad in those days. And the top 5 was covered by 6/10 of a second. That's absolutely filthy. But one of the saddest facts about this track is that back in 1970, Jochen Rindt, Austrian driver, won the world title that year, but he died during a practice session at Monza that year. So I think it was maybe 2 or 3 races away from the end of the season. So yeah, he's the only world champion to have ever won the championship by actually dying on track the year he won it. So really sad stat about Jochen Rindt at Monza. We won't be seeing that. But yeah, so Doris under huge pressure from the guys behind, having to have a good start, hoping for everybody to have a fight amongst themselves and let him create a gap. He's slowly building the speed up.
When we cross the line, it's only 3 laps. I'm going for Nick.
Yeah.
This one. And you?
I'm going for Nick as well. It's going to be close, but I'm going for Nick. Yeah, good point, Ugoni. Good point, Damiano. It could have been Massa as well. That's a really good restart. He couldn't have hoped for anything better than that, I think.
Bergen is already side on side with Christie.
Oh, we've got
Christie
the side by side yet. Oh, sorry guys, I'm terrible with the cameras. I'm sorry about that. I missed the battle. I was trying to go to P2. I went to the back of the grid. Sorry about that. So yeah, Nick Beattie already through on Freddie Olsen. He's exactly where he wants to be. Well, for now at least. 3 laps till the end. What else do we have? We've got Womack. We were talking about him earlier on. He could have a chance of winning this race as well, but he's got to get on with it right now, or he'll only be looking at a podium position with the penalties that are ahead.
Nick is already on the back of Doris.
Yeah. This is getting really close. He's on the outside here, probably not going for the move. He is going for it. Oh, as Mario would say, "Mamma mia!"
Beautiful side by side.
Yeah. Good battling there, guys. That's really cool. Airways with the 3-second penalty though, so that's probably the end of his chances to get points tonight. Nick going on the outside, takes the lead. I don't know what happened with Doris there. There was a weird glitch there, but he's lost out to Freddie Olsen, so 2 positions dropped for him. It's not the end of the world. He's still going.
Well. It's already on 5th position.
He does indeed, yeah. Crucially, he's taken the position on Womax, and he can make things work for himself. He puts himself into the pole position to get a podium here.
I think Doris will lose not only the 2nd place, but he will lose also like the toe to Nick.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, fighting between Freddie and Doris will hurt Freddie, because now he does not have the DRS exactly as you said. Oh, a bit of a moment there during Lesmo 1.4 seconds behind, so the toe will be very weak as well. He's going to be under pressure from Bergen. Bergen trying to pull away as well from the guys behind him with the 3-second penalty. Doris is smiling.
Doris defending on Colin.
Oh, Doris isn't smiling anymore. I'm becoming worse than Connor. My goodness, penultimate lap and he retires. And yeah, it was a really good race from him. And as we said earlier on, Ascari, if you don't take the curb correctly, you will probably end up in the wall. Bergen, what can he do? Can he fight? He can't.
Think you're calling as well? He's going for the inside.
It's a late move from Colin. He goes to the inside. Space is left for him. A bit of a tap, but I think it's absolutely fine. Bergen lives to fight another day. He's about a second behind Friddy, so hopefully he can stay for him within that 1 second gap. Colin will be trying all to stay as close as possible to Bergen and pounce with any mistake he may have. Nick is in dreamland right now. He was only looking at the podium earlier on. Alex in the McLaren gets a 3 second penalty down the grid, so unfortunately for him, no points will be scored today unless massive penalties get applied at the end of it. Colin trying to maybe just defend right now because he knows that he can't win this race. He'll be getting P2 without a shadow of a doubt with this result. Womax gets a penalty, so no more pressure for Colin, but yeah, Womax could drop down to P9 here if he isn't careful. Now, Monster's dropping back. So we get to the line. He wins out of penalties. He wins on track.
Red Bull behind as well. Red Bull. Oh, Ferrari, no! Womax.
Well, he hasn't been not disqualified or it's not a DNF because he managed to get across the line, but that could have been a very ugly finish for him. He keeps P8. I don't know what you've got on your screen, but I've got a Ferrari with a Pirelli tyre. If this screams Italian for me, you know. I've got like the Italian music's coming up now. Monza, I've got a Ferrari with a Pirelli tyre. So, a bit of a mad race this one. The end was very hard to follow because of the pack being all together. So congratulations to Nick, Aston Martin, getting their first win of the season. No. It's their second win of the season. Vixen got third win, sorry. I think he got 2 wins, Vixen. So another win for Aston Martin, looking good for them this season. I'll be going down the grid to get the full results. So our podium is Nick, Colin and Single Track. We were mentioning them earlier on. Very often, very close together, Colin and Single Track. So not very surprising to see them on the podium. Sam gets P4. Friddy, very good race from him, but unfortunately his penalty cost him a few positions there. So P5, P6 for Bergen. Bit started at the back of the grid, but got 6 points in P7. Womax, Monster, Laupi rounds out the points, and then we've got Panizza, Sociopath, Airways, Alex Egerich, Ryan, Krusty T, Doris, Omar Red, Dondej, and Aero Voice to round off the grid. Okay, here's now the usual question you will be getting if you're a co-commentator. Who would be your driver of the day?
Yeah, I have one guy in my mind, is Nick, from the ninth on the grid. Beautiful race by him. The Reese was an option as well after a bad qualifying. He had a good race, but unfortunate he was on all the tires and he lost it in the end. I think he collided together with Colin. Colin had a good race as well. He is now just a half point behind Vixen.
Right.
Championship, so we have a championship fight.
Okay, yeah, we do. And there was a bit of trash talking going on earlier on. Nick's a good shout. I want to give it to Sociopath because, to be honest, the only thing that made him crumble was that going too fast into bits, and he had a 3.5 second gaps at the front, which isn't easy at all to get on this track. He made his strategy work. Everything went well for him, apart from going in too fast to the pits. So, for me, simply on a driving perspective, my driver of the day would be Sociopath. So we're going for Sociopath down in P12, unfortunately, and Nick Beattie as our 2 drivers of the day. Well done to both of you. Well done to the podium. Very good result, considering none of them started in the top 3. And Friddy with the fastest lap. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That was the Italian Grand Prix in Tier 2. In about I don't know what time it is. In about half an hour you'll be getting. In half an hour you'll be getting Tier 1 tonight with Ugoni, Micromash, Kid Dynamite, Ben, Chris Bailey, all fighting for the important 25 points at the front, and more than likely Johannes as well. So thank you for being here. Huh?
I'm going for it, but it will be difficult.
Can happen, it can happen. Yeah, thank you for being here tonight, mate.
Yeah, man.
And good luck for later on. Thank you, everybody, and see you very soon. Goodbye.